Right, I'm just going to go and put a shout out on Twitter. There we go. Just been watching the news there about the latest coronavirus figures for the UK. We are actually over 40,000 cases today. So hi to everybody joining us tonight. Hope you're all well. Hoping a few more people might jump in. We're continuing our Dragon Age adventure. We are of course a human rogue. Right, let's see if we can get in. Okay, we've got no access to Dragon Age servers, which is, you know, typical, as this game is actually years old. Right, let's make sure. Nope, that is another character. We are Garrett. We're in the Kukari Wilds. Right, let's continue the adventure then. Might take me a minute or two just to get back into it. As you could see there, I have been playing another character, trying to get along with the dwarf that we found when I first came back on. We found that I had actually started a dwarf warrior character, which is very unusual for me. Right, so we're in the Kukani Wilds. And we're heading up towards...
We have much to do.
Why will it not let me interact with the gemlock? No idea why it won't let me interact. Maybe we've collected it before we saved it, and it's just a ghosting on the coding. Right, so we'll head up towards our next target. We're heading towards cache of Grey Warden documents. Duncan has sent us to investigate and retrieve from the Kukari Wild. I do keep forgetting that my character is actually fairly low level.
I shall do it.
Disarm the traps. As you can see, they give you all XP. And like I say with this, make sure you do check every area. Keep making sure you check and recheck everything. Because you can unveil some interesting bits. None of them are always essential to the story, but they are fun to play through. And the more you do play through, the more you get, the more you can get out of the story. And at the end of the day, this sort of game is all about the story. sprinkle the ashes over.
It is begun. Do well. It is begun.
Those little side missions you can pick up, like this one. This was actually off the dead soldier that was at the bottom of the hill. But you can recover, such as that, Chanters footings. Now, not necessarily that you would have looked up there, you would have just continued on. But it's best to have a good look round and make sure you notice what you've got. I mean, it's always good to have a read through what you have got. So that's another one to go to. So when we get going, we need to go to Redcliffe and find Jetta and take the cash mentioned in the will. Oh, sorry, find the cash and take it to Jetta. So we've not found the cash yet. We need to go back and do that. So I'll just mark as active quest. There we go. And I'm sure it was at the camp we found last time. There was a small camp as we came into the wilds. Back along this path. So it's here. And there's also a quest. There is a quest there for signs of the chase. And there we go. There's the hidden cache. Take the lockbox and bring it to Jetta. Now, of course, you can break open the lockbox, and maybe as a rogue, I might have done that, but there's a chase and trail sign back there, so in front of us. Let's go back up there. The chastened are the wilder folk. They are people who like to
over here
live outside of the law, perhaps. They practice magic, and magic is only permitted within the circle of Magi. So some people choose to live outside of that. But many try to live within that, further down. It's always worth having a good look at your map and a good look at your surroundings. So there's the next one. There are two. So we'll go further down and follow these chase and trail signs.
looky here.
Another one over there. Have I gone down the wrong one? Oh no, I can go around in a circle. So it's looking like this is up on the hill. Go round and up. Like I say, it's always good to use your quick menu to have a good look round and a good examine. So looking for the next chase and trail sign. Anything down here? It's over the other side there. Haha. Right, so let's have another look at the map. There's another one by the bridge where we were. So let's go back down to there. Hi Bev, how are we doing? What are we watching down there? Anything good? One viewer. One viewer. We're down again. Oh, you're in the bath? Oh. Take all those. And we'll just have a quick check through the inventory, make sure we are wearing and using the best that we can. Okay. We got Wild's bow, we'll use that. No, we'll keep the sword for that then. So, it's changed. We've got a Templar shield on Alistair and a Warden's longsword. Just check the maul. No, we're still okay with that. That gives you +4 attack, and it's a metal shield. It has got a little bit higher fatigue. But it does +4 attack. What about the... Now the Darkspawn shield's worse. The normal wooden kite shield's not very good. So we will give Daveth a Bavarian mace. All I'm going to say is I won't spoil the story, but don't invest too much into them. We'll keep that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Normal longbow. Darkspawn crossbow. Shields, Templar shield, wooden kite shield. Get rid of those. Right. So. Current armour. I have Thane helmet 3 to defense, so I might just put that on. .25 armour. There's not much that you can do. Put a cap on to Alistair. Sejuk. Sorry, I'll let him be with what he's got for now, and
Think again.
we will move on to the next bit. you will notice that the Darkspawn tend to decorate in a unique way. The corrupt statues and the surroundings, that's how you know generally that you're in a Darkspawn area. Right, there we go, an autosave, so we know there's an important bit of the story coming up. So this is what I mean, we're going to go into a Darkspawn fight now. Once we've fought these off, we'll have another look at the surrounding
Very well. It is begun. There is no glory in bloodshed.
There we go. Right. So, always check over your Darkspawn that you've killed. Take what you can. This is early on in the game. You're going to need most of what they've got. If it's not any good for you in particular, you can actually use it to sell. So, just have a quick check around. There's nothing much around here. Now, once we go through that archway there, it's going to go to a cutscene. I'm just going to take this death route here. So, I'm going to show you something now that probably you might want to use, you might not want to use, but I'm going to unequip all their armour of the extra characters. So Jury, we're going to take his weapon, we're going to take his armour. So they're just left in the posing pouches. Oh, and they've got secondary weapons, so we'll take them as well. If they've got backups. Yes, we'll take your longbow. And Davith will take yours. There we go.
Well, well, what have we here? Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
Neither.
'Tis a tower no longer. The wilds have obviously claimed this desiccated corpse. I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wild, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there, handsome lad. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine. Let us be civilized.
Right, we'll go with the very polite
Well,
answer.
that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds. You may call me Morrigan. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer. You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened. 'Twas my mother, in fact.
Who removed them? Can you take us to her?
There is a sensible request. I like you.
I'd be careful. First it's, I like you, but then zap. Frog time.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
Just trying
If
to
the
make
pot's
sure I'm
warmer
not
than
getting
this
any,
forest, it'd be a nice change.
anything in
Follow
there.
me then, if it pleases you. Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Dareth. If she's
I'm
really a
finding
witch,
it
do you
hard
want
to
make
take
her
you
mad?
seriously while you're stood there in your
There's a
posing
smart
pouch anyway.
lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Do you possess a different viewpoint? Or do you believe as the others do? A statement that possesses more wisdom than it implies. Be always aware. Or is it oblivious? I can never remember. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded Witch of the Wilds.
Witch of the Wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon.
They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them.
And why not?
Yes.
Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this blight's threat is greater than they realize.
Thank you
Such
for returning them.
manners. Always in the last place you look. Like stockings. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
There we go, right. Oh, I'll just quickly go to the kennelscape first.
The infected hound seems to be doing much better for now. Thank you for your assistance.
Right, so we have an infected hound. This is our hound. Wolf.
So you returned from the wilds. Have you been successful?
We have,
Good.
yes. This
I've
time
had the
I'll
circle
tell you,
mages
yes, we have.
preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
There was a woman at the tower, and her mother had the scrolls.
Definitely.
They were both very odd.
Were they wilder folk?
I don't think so. They might be apostates. Mages hiding from the Chantry.
I know you were once a Templar, Alistair, but Chantry business is not ours. We have the scrolls. Let us focus on the joining.
Right. Now will you tell us
I
what...
will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
Right.
If only such secrecy were unnecessary, and all understood the necessity of such sacrifice. Sadly, that will never be so.
Let's go then.
No.
I'm
no,
anxious
no.
to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin.
Standing there in your posing
Alistair,
crouch. Again.
take them to the old temple.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
I only know that my wife is in Highover with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight.
There we go. Just adjust that over a little bit.
Don't we? The Grey Wardens have saved the world from Darkspawn before. I'd say they know better than anyone what it takes. You saw those Darkspawns tonight. Wouldn't you die to protect your pretty wife from them?
I am...
Maybe you'll die. Maybe we'll all die. If nobody stops the Darkspawn, we'll die for sure.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
Yes.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we
Bottoms
did
up.
before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten. And that one day, we shall join you.
Davith, step forward.
Maker's breath.
I am sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No! You ask too much. There is no glory in this.
Coward.
I'm sorry. But the joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden. It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths. In my joining, only one of us died, but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel? Such is what it takes to be a Grey Warden.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the king. The meeting is to the west, down the...
Right. Got a level up. It is only a single point, but it does give you another skill point. Sorry, a talent point to spend. So we'll do Dog as well. Dog's actually got a normal level up. Good hell. Always good to check after as well. Let's check over his armor. Could do with some better armor. We'll change that as well. So all the low level armor I'm gonna move to junk. Keep those later. So we've got the mud idol at the minute, that's cold resistance. That gives you extra constitution, so we'll put Warden's Oath on. Sash of the Forbidden Secrets, that's really more of a mage's item, but we'll keep it equipped for the moment because it gives us 6 additional willpower and some mental resistance as well. Those are all pretty much junk. should explain about runes. Runes are... They can be equipped to weapons with rune slots. You have to find somebody within the game. No worry, Gaz. Sorry, didn't notice you dropped in there. Yeah, I'm just beginning to explain about the runes, and the equipping of those to weapons for additional damage. So you've got things like the flame runes, which are obviously plus fire damage, and then slow runes, which give you reduced movement speed of your target, which always becomes, you know, helpful later on in the game. So we'll just get rid of some basic weapons out of here. Basic dagger. Balance great sword, we'll get rid of that. Right, so instead of running straight down to the meeting, what I'm going to do is just quickly duck down to the quartermaster. I'm going to see if he's got another backpack upgrade.
Let me know what you'd like.
So, as you can see, it's Y on the Xbox for sell all junk, so we'll just press that straight away. Gives us a decent amount of money. So we'll check through for... There we go, backpack upgrade. Always buy them when you can find them in game. Just having a quick look through if there's anything else that I can buy. All this armour and such is better than what I've got. I don't want to be putting too much into stuff we can find around the battlefield, so I'll get rid of the mud idol as well. See, these are recipes and plans. So you've got additional trap plans for when you've got the talent equipped. That means you can create traps and you can create potions. And then, like the acid flask recipe, that's a thrown item. I have actually got some acid flasks. Or did I just get rid of those? No, I have got them. You can throw those to do an area effect. So they're handy to have if you've got a group of enemies all gathered together. So we're going to go up to the meeting now.
Logain, my decision is final. I will stand by the Grey Wardens in this assault.
You risk too much, Kalen. The Darkspawn Horde is too dangerous for you to be playing hero on the front lines.
If that's the case, perhaps we should wait for the Orlesian forces to join us after all.
I must repeat my protest to your fool notion that we need the Orlesians to defend ourselves.
It is not a fool notion. Our arguments with the Orlesians are a thing of the past, and you will remember who is king.
How fortunate Marek did not live to see his son ready to hand Ferelden over to those who enslaved us for a century.
Then our current forces will have to suffice, won't they? Duncan, are your men ready for battle?
They are, Your Majesty.
And this is the young lord from Highever I met earlier. I understand congratulations are in order. Every Grey Warden is needed now. You should be honored to join their ranks.
Your fascination with glory and legends will be your undoing, Kalen. We must attend to reality.
Fine. Speak your strategy.
Grizzly
The
swine.
Grey Wardens and I draw the Darkspawn into charging our lines. And then?
You will alert the tower to light the beacon, signaling my men to charge from
To
cover.
flank the Darkspawn, I remember. This is the Tower of Ishal in the ruins, yes? Well, who shall light this beacon?
I have a few men stationed there. It's not a dangerous task, but it is vital.
Then we should send our best. Send Alistair and the new Grey Warden to make sure it's done.
You rely on these Grey Wardens too much. Is that truly wise?
Enough of your conspiracy theories, Loghain. Grey Wardens battle the Blight no matter where they're from.
Your Majesty, you should consider the possibility of the Archdemon appearing.
There have been no signs of any dragons in the wilds.
Isn't that what your men are here for, Duncan?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the tower and its beacon are unnecessary. The
We
circle
will
of
not
Magi...
trust any lives to your spells, mage. Save them for the Darkspawn.
Enough! This plan will suffice. The Grey Wardens will light the beacon.
Thank you, Loghain. I cannot wait for that glorious moment. The Grey Wardens battle
Tell me
beside
he's
the
up
King
to
of Ferelden
something.
to stem the tide of evil.
Yes, Galen. A glorious moment for us all.
You heard the plan. You and Alistair will go to the Tower of Ishal and ensure the beacon is lit.
What? I won't be in the battle.
This
No,
is
you
by
won't
the
be.
King's personal request, Alistair. If the beacon is not lit, Tern Loghain's men won't know when to charge.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch, just in case, right?
Yes, definitely. You're still there, guys?
The tower is on the other side.
Oh,
of
it's
the
still
gorge
playing
of the
Minecraft.
King's camp,
Right.
the way we came when we arrived.
Yeah, he's
You'll need to cross
messaged.
the gorge and head through the gate and up to the tower entrance. From the top, you'll overlook the entire valley.
You must have dropped in and then dropped out again.
We will signal you when the time is right. Alistair will know what to look for. Stay with the Terran's men and guard the tower. If you are needed, we will send word.
Right.
Then I must join the others. From here, you two are on your own. Remember, you are both Grey Wardens. I expect you to be worthy of that title.
Duncan, may the Maker watch over you.
May he watch over us all.
Right. Anything in there? No. No. Nothing around.
No, I cannot.
Damn. Right, let's go to the tower then.
The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The Blight ends here.
see if we can drop a few more people in.
Archers!
Go for it.
Let's cross the bridge.
We will prevail!
Push them back! There!
Ooh.
Make it help us. They're everywhere. You're Grey Wardens, aren't you? The tower, it's been taken.
What are you talking about, man? Taken how?
The Darkspawn came up through the lower chambers. They're everywhere. Most of our men are dead.
Then we have to get to the beacon and light it ourselves.
Crafty Darkspawn. I'll level up a mage. Right. Bonus to spell power, definitely use that. And as you can see, we've got flaming weapons now. Flaming weapons are from the mage, so that gives a bonus on his attack. Yeah. Same with every other part, make sure you explore the area. I think Alistair has got stuck in a glitch, he has. He's running, but we'll continue on and he'll pop up and respawn.
Very well. Very well. No progress to be given.
There we are. So Alistair's joined us again after running inside a wooden wall.
Darkspawn!
More of them.
Shall be done, as you say.
Away with you!
Need to concentrate on him, he's an alpha.
Shall
It's worth more XP than the others. Although on the game I think it's an XP share that tends to happen, so even when your party kills you get a share of the XP. So we'll move on now to inside. Oh, trap. I can't heal now. I've been disabled from healing, so I need to stand out of the way. Might die anyway. Yeah. So even as a dog you can pick stuff up, and as long as not all of your characters die, you're still there.
It is over.
So as you can see in the bottom corner, I've picked up a red square. That's basically an injury. So I'm going to potions, and we haven't got any injury potions at the minute.
Yes.
So let's have a quick look in here. No, I don't think we can create one either. Just get rid of the lower stuff. Right. We'll continue on, but that injury will cause a disadvantage to the character. So it may be that he gets hurt quicker, it causes lower movement speed or more misses or anything like that. With it being an eye injury, I'm suggesting it's more misses. So your accuracy drops.
I'm done.
Still no injury kit. So that must be how they go in. So we got a level up mid-battle there. We'll put that to use in a minute. Right. Right, we can go up to the next floor now.
Maker's breath. What are these Darkspawn doing ahead of the rest of the Horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here.
When you were complaining you wouldn't get to play.
Hey, you're right. I guess there is a silver lining here if you think about it. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Taron
Yes, we
Loghain
do.
will be waiting for the signal.
Open the crate, and there's a chest over here.
The task is finished. It is begun.
Right, go out. Let's go to book.
What?
Another chest.
There's so many!
It is begun.
So this is the acid flask. All three of them.
As you said. I shall do that.
Definitely need to search this area though. There's a lot of activity. Just have a quick search around at that.
Darkspawn. It is begun. I shall do very well. Shall we? Finished.
See that little bit of XP can often send you over the top. So just unlocking that crate there gave me another level up. So 2 on there and 1 onto cunning. There we go. Right. So, 3rd floor. Another cutscene, I do believe. Oh no, no, no. That must be the 4th floor.
Loghain better be ready to charge as soon as we light the signal. The king is depending on us.
Good look round. There's a wooden chest through the other side here.
I shall do. Very well.
crates on the other side.
The Darkspawn have sensed us. That lever over there. Very well. The task is finished.
Check around in these rooms. Oh, we've got an injury kit. So I'm using that injury kit now. There we go. Another couple there. And it's worth checking through your party every couple of minutes just to make sure you've got. Check through there. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. I'm fine now. So it's always worth checking through. Making sure any negative effects are taken off with the injury kit.
It is begun. That went well.
So chest,
It is over.
ice arrows, weapon stand, longbow. Reasonable quality, it's white wood. Right, I think because this is the top floor, there should be another cutscene. So should be self-explanatory, but ugly bugger. Keeping out of the way of him. He charges.
Very well. I shall do it. Very well. It shall be done.
This is probably where acid flasks come in handy. Right there. Go in here. Alice is taking me down. So, even though we've got a mission to do, check the area before you do the actual last bit.
Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
And check ogres, they've usually got something of decent quality the
Sound
beacon's lit.
the retreat.
But what about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
Always up to something. We knew he was.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
In for the time, this is decent average. Popped him in his armor like a zip. Yeah. That's exactly very well worked out. Oh, they all know I'm talking to you. They were busy watching a cutscene, a rather good one.
Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased. You were injured, and then Mother rescued you. Do you not remember? The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
Got two according to this.
The suspicious dim-witted one who was with you before. Yes. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke. I do not know. She rarely tells me her plans. Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal. I will stay and make something to eat.
Right. Take that.
Think again.
That's a locked chest. In
No, I cannot.
Morrigan's mother's shack. So, take note of that. It'll be important much later on in the story. And I do mean much later.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure. Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Yes,
Do
we
not
will.
talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
We need to bring Loghain to judgment. Why would he do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The archdemon.
Me, I am just an old woman who lives in the wilds. I know nothing of blights and darkspawn.
Well, whatever Loghain's insanity, he obviously thinks the Darkspawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And
Yeah.
who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this Loghain of his mistake.
He just betrayed his own king. If Al Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution. I suppose. Al Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help. Of course, the treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this?
Yes,
Go to Redcliffe and these
definitely.
other places and build an army.
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens. No, thank you. You are the Grey Wardens here, not I. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve? Or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears. Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the Horde.
Have I no say in this?
No.
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
You
Never mind.
do not wish help from us legal mages, young man. Perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite Ferelden against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
Understand.
And you, Wardens. Do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
I understand.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find me there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
No, definitely speak your mind.
Regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so? I guess you're right.
Need all we can get.
Allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have approval. Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Oh, 'tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Right. So before we leave, now she's a part of the group, we will unequip actually the shield we got. We'll put that on to Alistair. Get rid of that, and that. Get rid of that. And that. Alright, so what again? She's got a steel staff. Right. Just quickly go to me and take off the Forbidden Secrets. You will equip the chainmail gloves though. And there's some better some better chainmail. We'll equip that. It does look a bit of a hodgepodge, but that's how it is to start with usually. Right, let's have a look. We can put on the vestments of the seer. Yeah, so they are better than Morrigan's robes. They're also better than the Chastened, so we'll get rid of those. Save some of that leather. We'll put cured leather gloves on and Chanters footings. Right. Put that on. Oh, we didn't equip over. There we go. Get rid of the iron ring. That doesn't do anything. Right, so get rid of that, those, that, and that. Keep anything that says gift. Keep the lightning rune because it's a journeyman one. Right. So we'll now go to Lothering. venture forth, and we'll head for, as you can see, the rest of the map is closed off. You can only travel to Lothering from the Kakari Wilds.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banorn will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Yeah. Over that.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. I'd guess that fellow is the leader.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Heinrich. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse, then. Those are the rules.
Yeah.
Well, this is going nowhere. Let's finish this, gents.
You can try.
Not alone.
Very well. Shall be done. As you say, it's begun. Give them the advantage. I shall do it very well. We must fight. Let us do it quickly. We surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all. Yes, I'm a criminal. I admit it. I apologize. I'm not going...
No, you are.
It's begun, as you say. Shall be done. I shall do it. Very well. It's begun.
Back!
It is begun. Very well.
This is what I mean about having a good look round and a good route through everything.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
This should be good.
I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them? There are 3 main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first. I can give you directions, if you like. He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
Right.
Then you have a plan.
Yeah, we'll go
Fair
to
enough. Let's head into the
as soon
village
as we've
whenever
done
you're ready.
here.
Stop looking at me, mongrel. I have nothing you want. Why do you keep staring at me so, you flea-ridden beast? Can you not tell when you are not wanted? I enjoy company of creatures of the wild, not stench-ridden domesticated wolves. And he persists. Maddening!
You do get little character interactions as you're walking around as well. The party will talk to each other as well as talking to you.
You there. If you're looking for safe, move on if you can. Lothering's lost. You might find that, though it's probably just frightened gossip. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend. Best of luck wherever you might go.
I'm done.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman? You could say that, yes.
The nerve of these people!
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes. given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people just...
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
You would actually do the bidding of this evil little man?
Yes.
Fine. May your heartlessness bring you exactly what you deserve.
A fine sentiment, if I've ever heard one.
You're so nice. I bet you make allies everywhere you go.
Ha! Serves that wench right. You have my thanks. And 100 silvers, yes? Right, fair enough. But only you. This way. And beware the urchins. They have grabby little hands.
Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Sell all those. Sell all those. And sell all those. And that. So I've already got some Viridian boots. Sprint mail. Sell that silver ring, I don't really need it. Check through. Like I say, anything that's a gift, keep hold of. So this is the first of the Chanters Boards. They're usually outside the chantries, which are basically the churches in each village. And they have simple quests on them. This one is just to get rid of bandits, basically. So we'll put our seal on that. We'll go and deal with it after this.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts.
Please, you're scaring the children.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us. This man bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him? I watch the Black Horde descend on my people. I will not be silent.
Please stop! Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
No. This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us! My family, my clan, those creatures butchered them all. Some of us fled here, but we cannot escape the Darkspawn! No! I won't listen to the words of a man tainted by Darkspawn! I ran, hearing my wife's screams as they dragged her off. You were right. I will go.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
See, using persuasion on this is one of the coercion traits. So it inspires courage in people and helps solve problems throughout the game. It's always good to have coercion from the start.
You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
We can't lie down and die either. We must go north to Denerim.
Keep moving.
Maybe with that blasted chasing gone, my headache will go as well.
Maybe.
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left. We turn none aside, but we simply don't have room for anyone to sleep. Priests are within if you seek to offer devotion to the Maker, however. May he protect us all. Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Brian will appreciate that. The revered mother runs the Chantry itself, and Sir Brian heads the Templars stationed here. Make her watch over you.
Right, we'll go into the Chantry. Go and talk to Sir Brian.
There's word of Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde. We are the only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon them. That is all. May the Maker have mercy on us. Yes? Who might you be? I see. I am Sir Bryant, commander of the Lothering Templars. Tern Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the king's death. You know this, I hope. I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tern claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case. I cannot openly help you, I fear, but here, take this key. It opens the large cabinet on the far wall. There is more there than we can carry when we evacuate, so take what you need. If the matter is important, certainly. The revered mother leads this flock. I merely command her Templars. Normally, our role is to protect the Chantry and seek out unsanctioned magic. For now, it is all we can do to protect the innocent. In her study, no doubt, preparing what she will take when we eventually evacuate. If the matter is important, certainly. Other than the Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Tern Loghain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster. None that we know of. Tern Loghain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero, and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner, and the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them.
Exactly.
Arl Eamon has fallen ill, and his knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles as the only cure. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donnell, is here searching for fantasies while... Never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness. They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need. If the matter is important, certainly. Only if you're interested in the business of mages. I have heard word that the Templars who watch over the Circle of Magi's tower have called for the rite of annulment. Hopefully I've heard wrong. If the rite of annulment is invoked, the tower and every living soul within will be destroyed.
We need the Circle's help. We should go and find out what's happening.
To have such a call when mages are needed to fight the Darkspawn, something terrible must have happened. I have nothing else to tell you. The only news I care about is the approaching horde. Now, unless there's something else you need. Travels. Greetings, Grey Warden. What maker's breath? How many times must we drive them off? All of them? By yourself?
It's true. I saw it from my post. It was over so fast, we didn't even have time to get over there.
Sad that it needed to come to that. But then they asked for it. Will you accept a small reward for your service?
If you can drop us a hi in the chat there. Just let me know you're there.
I wish I could afford such help, to be truthful. Take your reward, at any rate. It is all I have to offer. If it interests you, there is a Chanters Board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need. Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Turn Logain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Logain straight soon enough.
So you're here looking for the Urn of Sacred Ashes, then?
I am indeed. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness. But I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims. Why is that, if I may ask? I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Tern Logain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tern has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern. The Arl fell ill before the king died. But what if Logain planned that too?
Yes.
Oh, such thoughts do not sit well with me.
Or anybody.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could. What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise. Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest. I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales. Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this. If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, good sir.
Very well.
And when the Maker spoke, chant of lights scattered.
The task is finished.
Definitely take.
Who cry out from the shadows.
Wonder
Come.
if that's an accurate likeness of Andraste. Maybe she was ugly. Maybe she had buck teeth. Who knows?
Finished.
Take that.
Let him hear our unwavering faith. Let him hear our righteous dedication and enduring perseverance.
Will you be making a donation to the Chantry, my friend? You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here. Might I suggest 30 silver? These poor souls will weep at your generosity. Thank you. What can I do for you, then? Of course. I would be pleased. In Andraste's name, I call upon the Maker to watch over his child and creation. Watch over his path, O Maker. Give him light in darkness. So let it be. Now, if there is nothing else...
No, I'm not going to reveal I'm
May
a
the
Grey
Maker
Warden.
bless you and watch over you.
From the shadows of comfort. Those who seek redemption never.
Right, let's go. Check the Chanters Board again. Nothing on there at this time. We can see something sparkling over there. It's over here.
Greetings to you, good sir. If it isn't too much to ask, might you spare some bread or anything? We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb. Nobody cares about a few elves. Can you help us? You killed them?
That's wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know I'll be safe.
Take all of those.
I'm cold. I don't like this.
Take that. Take that. Talk to the small annoying child on the bridge. Oh, wait a minute. Rumble first. And then the annoying child on the bridge.
Have you seen my mother? She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her. Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
Right.
I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. You're a really nice man, kind of like Father. I should go look for Mother now.
Yes. Yes, you should.
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow to lead while you follow.
Find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
There's a nice little interaction. Right.
Hello, stranger. I
don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps? I would happily pay you to make some. There's wood and nails and other goods around the village and the forest. But you probably already know that. Sorry. Come back if you make some.
Right. Just have a quick look and see if I can make a few.
Yes.
Alright.
Did you make any traps? Oh, what a relief. Thank you, stranger.
There we go.
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denham in my small clothes, I guess.
Your self-awareness doesn't credit.
I thought you'd like that.
What now?
What's he got? Wonder what that
You've got a
is
bed
then.
for the night. You taken care of. Don't need blades right now. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs. Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here. Have any luck finding herbs in the woods? This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
Ah, dog's leveled up. Have a quick look through. Let's go and have a look in the pub.
So Terran Logain is the new regent? Isn't that a good thing?
Well, look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Logain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about a fellow by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen him.
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
I doubt he would listen. He blindly follows his master's commands.
I am not the blind one. I served at Ostagar, where the Tern saved us from the Grey Warden's treachery. I serve him gladly. Enough talk! Take the Warden into custody. Kill this sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
Right. Let's make this quick.
Enemies approaching!
You can try.
By the Maker!
All right, you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
What do you want to tell him? I'll tell him right away, now. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help. I am glad you found it in your heart to offer those men mercy. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was. Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
All right.
That, and the Maker wants me to go with you. Then, you believe me? I knew the Maker had sent a true dream. A vision that by serving you, I serve his holy plan.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance.
Thanks for that, Morrigan.
I will not let you down.
On strength and a 34 dexterity.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the Chantry. I got other gear to sell. Check the Chanters Board by the Chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about poison. I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice. Thanks. I might have some ingredients in stock.
Right, so there's no upgrade on there. Right, get rid of that, get rid of that. So buy that. Right.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
I will help however I can.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
I need venom though.
Please, I must continue playing, else I earn no coins left.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about. I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more. Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens. Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
All right. Well.
It is over.
Let's go and have a look.
Did you speak to that knight yesterday? Said he was from Redcliffe.
He talked to everyone in the tavern. How are we supposed to know where the urn of sacred ashes is? Might as well ask us how to get to the moon.
He said that all the Redcliffe knights were looking for it. They didn't have anything better.
How dare you accuse me of thievery?
Sten.
Abanakyun. Maras. You aren't one of my captors. I will not amuse you any more than I have the other humans. Leave me in peace. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples. You mock me, or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This
Yeah,
is
I've
a
been getting
proud
on alright,
and
yes.
powerful
It's
creature,
been a bit
trapped
slow.
as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use
But,
for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's
Yeah, I think
sake
we're
alone.
going. I think we just had a steady 2
wouldn't have
viewers all
expected
night.
that from you.
I would also
So-
suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
It won't up my average,
Yes,
but it'll
that's
keep
what
it
I would have
steady.
expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
About you, how did you get on?
No doubt. What help do you seek? The Blight. Are you a Grey Warden, then? Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true. Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here. Farewell, then.
Eaten alive by Darkspawn. That's cruel.
What you been building?
Wonder why
Anything
the
good?
Red Mother's so afraid of him.
Finished.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
Refresh that.
May we proceed? I am...
Right, I'll leave Sten at the camp for now. Gathering resources, you're just grinding away on it.
I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Enemies approaching. I shall do. It's begun. It's begun. As you say.
You will learn to fear me.
It shall be done.
Human rogue again.
I am done.
I like me rogues. I like to try and unlock all the extra bits, all the little chests and stuff.
Leave us alone! Away with you, foul creatures! Leave us alone!
Very well. Shall be done.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
No, it wasn't spelling Gareth.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way. Grey Wardens. My, that does rather explain a lot. No offense, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Take those. Any other little bits? The hairlock. Take that. Take the elf fruit. Here and here. And then go back
Enemies approaching.
towards the village. Clear out these bandits.
As you said. I shall do. It shall be done. It's begun. As you said. I shall do. It's begun. As you said. It's begun. As you said. Very well. It's begun. It shall be done. As you say. Very well. It shall be done.
Nope.
approaching.
More bandits. Right, okay then mate, no worries. I'll not be on for much longer. I think I'm going to be on about another 10 minutes anyway, so yeah, I'll see you later mate. Night.
What now?
See you later mate. Giant spiders.
It is begun.
Toxin extract.
More enemies ahead.
Oh, more bandits.
Very well. Watch out! It is begun. Very well. I shall do. It is begun. Shall we? It is begun. Very well. As you say. Very well.
Walk back and then come back to it. Reveals most at places you can pick stuff up. I think there's a few ingredients in this field. There's another one over there as well. It's an elf fruit. What chest? Another elf fruit.
The task is finished.
So we'll go across here. Take that, and then we'll go back to the Chanters Board. Hi there guys, we've got a few more viewers dropped in. Want to give us a shout out on the chat?
Yes, well, don't worry. It's not what you think.
I see.
I was looking at your nose.
And what is it about my nose that captivates you so?
I was just thinking
Listening to another.
exactly like your mother's.
I hate you so much.
Another character interaction there.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
We'll just collect another reward there. And select a couple more missions from the Chanters Board for Lothering. We've almost completed Lothering now. We just need to go and do these last two missions. And then we'll be able to move on to the next area. You have to... It's always best to complete Lothering, because once you go beyond Lothering, it tends to be lost. There is the advancing horde, as we've heard, are coming, and the entire village is then lost to the Darkspawn.
Most excellent.
Another wolf.
Very well.
I am your death.
Right. Ooh, bears.
There is no glory in bloodshed.
Keep having a look around, make sure we've got everything. Ah, a landmark tree. For this, you need to have your dog equipped. Let me just have a... Ah, so we can go back and claim those, and then we can leave Lothering. And once we come to the next part, I will be saving and disappearing for tonight. But don't forget to keep an eye on the schedule
Let him take notice
to let you know when we're back.
Thou hast done his work this day. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Right, so we'll just check the board one last time. No quests available. So now we're going to move on to the main camp, where we actually make camp, and we're going to listen to the cutscene, and there are a few little bits of the admin to do, and then we'll save, and like I say, we'll disappear for tonight, and we'll see you on the next one.
We'll be off as soon as this mess is cleaned up. Thank you, Carnage, for all your assistance.
So we can move on now. There's a quick auto save. Gather the party and venture forth. Two and a half. 2.5.
Bad dreams, huh? Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight. I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me, too. Other than dying young and the whole defeat the blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Alright, let's go and talk to...
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bowed on feather, at your service, once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes? Wonderful. Thank the gentleman, won't you, boy?
Thank you, sir.
It won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. You should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Right, so we'll have a look what Bowdoin's got.
I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Sell both of those. Both of those. Sell the gold ring. Sell that. Just equip things to our party because we've got them. Liliana. Right, so it should be in that.
Get the mushroom thing. Ryan! It's got to be in there. Yeah. No.
There we go. I'll talk to Bonan again. Sell those bits.
Are you sure I can't interest you? I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy...
Oathkeeper.
Oh, that one's 5.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was he now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed. He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
Enchantment!
Would you like something?
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy. Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader? Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled. Well, as you know, my family's name is mud around noble circles. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Orland banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles. Hard to say. After King Orland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride. Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the blight. We're not ashamed of that. As for the truth, my family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour. no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Ireland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour. I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it, at least? 1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Right. Right, so we'll save there and we'll call it a night. So, thanks very much for watching tonight, guys. If you can, drop me a follow. And if you're watching back on YouTube, give us a subscribe and go over to Twitch, give us a follow, and drop onto Twitter and follow us on there. You get updates of when we're going live and when we'll be on. So, thanks very much for tonight, guys. Good night.